What is happening, everyone? So we're gonna do some updates today. Today's an update video, and we're gonna show you what we got going on. So we are going to start with the M3. We are getting ready to send it off to paint. So I'm going to be stripping down all the stuff off this car and just getting it ready to go into the paint booth. We're going to take all the parts off: side skirts, mirrors, bumpers, wing, the seals, etc. Get it ready to paint. One thing I did do is I bought a set of manual, a nice condition set of manual, pretty nice set of manual sedan seats. So no longer has the electric seats in it, now has manual seats. And I bought everything needed to do a 5-speed swap. So this car will no longer be an automatic. Not only is it going Dakar yellow, it is going 5-speed. Make it the best possible E36 sedan M3 you can want. So we got a transmission here. We got polyurethane bushing for the back of the shifter. We have aluminum bushings in the front of the shifter. I bought every seal possible to replace all the seals on this transmission. E21 motor mounts. Then we move along to freshly rebuilt drive shaft. We got a new guibo, fresh center bearing, and it came off a car with less than 100,000 miles on it. We also have a new bushing for in here. I didn't put it in yet. And I was going to build the pedal setup off of this pedal post, but this spot right here this is actually off my right-hand drive car, but the posts are the same, and I had replaced it when I put a different one in there when we did the swap. And the early cars, this is actually thinner, this part. It's meant for the early style clutch spring. This is being a 98. I bought all the parts for the later model clutch spring. So we're gonna have to use the pedal post that is in my sedan right now. Even though it's automatic, they come with the things on both sides, so you can just use this actual piece and put all the pedals on it. Oh, I need that. I don't want to let that go anywhere. But we also have a clutch pedal, which I did a little grip tape jobber on the pedal itself and did bronze bushings. And then we have the brake pedal, which I went with Delrin bushings. So these has Delrin bushings in the brake pedal. That's all set. I bought all new hardware and springs and everything for that. And then we have all the rest of the 5-speed parts is in here. I went with the Chase Bays one-piece line to get rid of the hard line, and this is just one long stainless line from the clutch sleeve to master. We got a new master and sleeve FTE in there. We got a new rear main seal, the gasket for the rear main seal. We have a, where is it? Oh, right here. We have a DSSR along with the Z4M shifter and a new bushing. I don't think that's the new one on there, but I have a new one. And then we got the new little pad that goes inside of that. I essentially have everything. I also have a brand new lightweight steel flywheel and a nice stage 1, stage 2, whatever they call it, clutch, full face disc with springs. Same exact clutch setup that I put in my MTech. I liked it so much that I just bought the exact same setup because it's really just a nice setup. So I have every single part to do the 5-speed swap, except for the one thing I'm waiting for is the clutch pivot. There's a clutch pivot that the fork sits on, and they're usually factory, they're plastic. A lot of people put bronze ones in, but I've seen a lot of failures with the bronze. So actually the 840i uses a stainless steel one factory, and it bolts, it pops right in. You can use it on E36. So I have an 840i stainless steel fork pivot pin on its way here, and that's the only piece I'm waiting on. Then we can get going with the 5-speed swap. As far as the right-hand drive E36 goes, I changed the wheels up. So instead of contours, I'm now rocking DS2s. I personally like the DS2 a lot better. Not that there's anything wrong with the contours. I am going to keep them for a stock set for the sedan, or for this if you want to switch it on and off. But yeah, we're rocking DS2s now. These have some nice Conti tires on them. I still actually have the contours on the back because those are the rear DS2s and they need tires. So I'm actually gonna take my brand new tires off these contours and put them on the DS2s. That's gonna happen tomorrow, and then I'll have all 4 DS2s on there. I sold my DS1s because they're not staggered. They're only 7.5s, which kind of stinks because I love DS1s. They're such good looking wheel with the motorsport inside. What are you gonna do? They never made them in an 8.5 in the rear. They're 7.5 all the way around. One more thing, super pain in the ass to do. I got my Club Sport emblems on both sides. They're all done. I had to peel back the molding a good amount, and I replaced the clips about halfway because I basically just popped it off enough that it popped 3 clips out, and I put brand new clips to replace them. And I feel like they never go back, like pop in all the way. Because at first I did this side and it had like a little gap, and I was super upset about it. But I went and bought brand new clips and put them in here, and now it's nice and tight. You can't tell. Now it's just like factory tight. So a trick I learned that I read online was they have like a little condom on them. You put the condom in the hole, you put the clip completely in without the molding connected to it, and then you clip the molding into the clip that's already pushed in all the way. And it takes a bit of force. You're basically, I took my palm and I just was whacking it right where the clip was, and it all clipped in. I was afraid I was gonna dent my door. Luckily I didn't. It's perfectly straight, no dents. You gotta give it some force though, and finally you hear a click and it clips in. So we got, hopefully I won't have to take those off again. I'm gonna have to deal with this whole thing on the sedan because I'm stripping those off to paint the car. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that tape it up. Drives me nuts. The paint lines are never right if you leave them on. So that car is getting stripped completely. I'm taking, except for the windows out, but the rear window seal pops out on a sedan. So you could pull, and I'm gonna just replace it with a new one. So that way the rear seal is completely out. The both front halves of the seals come out. I'm not sure if the top of the front window slides sideways out. If it does, that will be out too. If not, that's gonna be the only thing that we're gonna have to tape is the front top molding. That's gonna be it for the update, guys. We are selling this. I know, boo-hoo. But we got a replacement coming. The only reason why I'm selling it is because I bought something to replace it with. Another off-roader that's a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. And we are gonna have to get this going and sell it as well. Free some money up, because I have been spending way too much. I got a bunch of cars coming from Japan and lots of projects for us to play with, but I got to bring the funds back up. I spent way too much money this week. Way too much. You know the deal, guys. That's it for today. Little update. Tomorrow the new car lands, so the next video is going to be doing a port run. I'm hoping that's Monday or Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Like, comment, sub, and hit the Insta, Mike G203. I'll see you guys in the new car next. Bye.